Hello everybody, and welcome to another Ikoria draft. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below if you do have any questions or feedback. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. And to talk about all things Magic, be sure to join the NicolaiBolas community Discord server. There will be links to that in the description and pinned comment. It's free for everybody. Okie doke. So, starting things off, we have opened a Broken Rare. That's a great start to any draft. This card is fantastic. Every time you're going to be mutating this, and mutating to destroy a creature is absolutely fantastic. Definitely starting this off in my draft, and I'm going to do my utmost to play it. Absolutely a fantastic card. If this weren't in the pack, I would start with Trumpeting Gnar over Pacifism. Trumpeting Gnar is just very flexible. It goes into blue decks, into green decks, into any type of deck. So, really a nice flexible pick. So I think I go Dirgebat, Trumpeting Gnar, Pacifism in this pack, followed probably by the Dranith Stinger. This is just an excellent card. Basically, it wants you don't really need to do much work to enable this. It's going to get you your value back, and you can even do it during combat to like ambush something sometimes. So it doesn't strictly 2-for-1 because you do have to mutate it to get the kill, but if you have other mutate triggers, or you can start stacking mutates, then it'll work wonders. Lots of editing, Rumble Bunnies. Cool stuff. Let's take our Dirgebat and do our best to play it. Following it up. So, it also could work in a blue-black flash deck, potentially. There's a Cunning Night Bonder to make it so it can't be countered, and also to cast it earlier. I wouldn't prioritize this, though. I think we can get that a little bit later. There's also some other powerful cards, like a Majestic Auricorn, a Stormwild Caprador, as a pretty good mutate target, is resistant to a lot of kill spells, and you can even burn it with your own spells that do burn damage. Like if you Shredded Sails your own Capricorn, it gets 4 counters on it, which is quite nice. Hello, JC Galvanil. But I think we're just going to take the Essence Scatter. I really do like this card. I think it's the most powerful card in the pack, probably. Auricorn is nice, especially with the Dirgebat already, but Black-White is not really the color combination you want to be for a mutate deck. Blue-Black would be much better. I do have Russian relatives, Daniel. I'm like an 8th Russian or something. But yeah, Essence Scatter is going to be a nice pickup to complement the Dirgebat. It is a good component of a flash deck. The Night Bonder could wheel as well, which could be nice. But I think I'd rather just get an Essence Scatter than a Night Bonder. And then after that, I would take the Caprador. Next pick in that pack. Okie doke, moving on to pick 3. We can take a Baby Godzilla, which is a nice combo with Dirgebat. It's a good creature to mutate onto. I think Essence Scatter is very close with Baby Godzilla in terms of which one's more powerful. I do think I'm going to be prioritizing mutates because when you have Dirgebat, you want other cards with mutate triggers. You're going to be prioritizing your Dreamtail Herons very highly. I do already have an Essence Scatter, and not that 2 Essence Scatter is bad, but you do want to have some number of like creatures in play as well, especially if you're going to have a good mutate card. So I think we are going to take the Baby Godzilla over the Essence Scatter number 2 here, though I think it is a very close pick indeed. And then a distant third place in this pack is probably something like the Lurking Deadeye or the Greater Sandworm. I don't really want to take the Lurking Deadeye here, but I really want to play black, so I would be willing to take a subpar black card or a mediocre black card. I think this is a really close pick, though. The Essence Scatter is really good, and I really do like that card, but Baby Godzilla is also quite powerful. It makes this card cost less, which is also relevant. Okie doke, following things up, there is a Blitzleech, which could be a nice pick to help keep me in black. There is a Capture Sphere, which is another fine removal spell. The Dorat Perfect Pet doesn't really work with the Dirgebat plan because this is double black, so I'm not going to be taking Dorat here. I think I'm probably going to try to be playing blue-black if at all possible. So I think the pick here is between Capture Sphere and Blitzleech. I think they're both good, but I think Capture Sphere gets the edge because it is a bit cheaper, so I do think the card is a little bit better. Evolving Wilds is a far distant pick in this pack. I'm doing my best to get Dirgebat in my deck, and we're not really going to be splashing necessarily in a blue-black deck, especially since blue does seem to be relatively open. And now we get a Neutralize, another great card that has Flash. We have a lot of things with Flash, which is really nice. I wonder if that blue-black card would actually have been pretty good in my deck. But I'm not going to take that second pick over an Essence Scatter. That's just ludicrous, I think. Though it would have been pretty fine with the Mutate Leech and things like that. But Neutralize is going to be a great card in this deck. It's a counterspell. It can protect my Bat. And it also just can cycle if I need the mana. So, happy to get it. And now there's a Gust of Wind. I think we're just going to take Deadweight, though. We are doing our best to play Dirgebat. So Deadweight is going to be fantastic for keeping the Dirge Bat, like keeping black open. Thank you so much, Say Yoho, for gifting a sub to Condor. I really do appreciate your support, Say Yoho, and welcome to the subscriber community, Condor. But yeah, Deadweight, we haven't passed any good black cards because we opened the Dirge Bat, and we have not seen any other good black cards. So taking this Deadweight here ensures that the person to our left isn't in black, and we're going to be getting black in pack 2, hopefully, because we are going to be playing this Dirge Bat basically 100% of the time here. Gust of Wind would be second place in this pack, and then maybe Anticipate as another instant. Here we'll get a Suffocating Fumes. It's another instant. It can do work in the right situation, and it always can cycle, so not a lot of downside with this one. And we're taking it over Crustacean, so not taking it over much. And here we do get a Blitz Leech. I wouldn't mind a Durable Coil Bug, but we can get one of these later, I think. And Blitz Leech can be another nice card to hold up, gets us some value in our blue-black deck. And Coil Bug, you don't really want multiple Coil Bugs because they are super mana intensive. Thanks, Sayoho, I appreciate it. Escape Protocol, not really a high priority. So this was the pack that we got past initially that did have the 2-drop hybrid card, so we didn't wheel that, but... Oh, we did wheel it. Nice. Cunning Nightbonder is actually great in our deck, which is kind of funny. Normally I wouldn't love this card, but we have Dirge Bat and Blitz Leech, which have Flash. Capture Sphere has Flash. Like, we have quite a few Flash cards, so I'm actually really happy to get this Cunning Nightbonder on the wheel. It'll be fun to try it out in a deck that it's actually good in, when normally it's just quite mediocre. We'll just keep taking the blue and black cards from the pack, make sure they don't see anything. Adaptive Shimmerer actually could be a fine card with all of our Flash shenanigans. If it costs only 4 mana, it's actually pretty solid. So our deck is looking quite good here. We have a lot of good playables. I think I'm happy we have the Poliwag Symbiote. And Crustacean even came back. Not the worst sign in the world. Opening up Destroya Perfect Life Form. Everquill Phoenix, as it is better known. This card is actually... I wonder why it always shows these weird arts. This card's actually pretty powerful. We can mutate this and keep getting it back over and over, which is nice. So we only need 1 red mana to get it enabled. It's between that and Blood Curdle. So I think we might just take Blood Curdle here. I definitely could splash it, but I think Curdle is going to be a better pick here. I do want to make sure I get enough removal. My deck is pretty focused. I already have some pretty powerful cards. I've got some difficult to cast cards as well. And I think this card is good, but it's not going to be worth the extra picks I have to invest in things like Evolving Wilds. The Backwater probably wheels anyway. But I just want to make sure I can get all the playables I need for my deck, and I don't think this adds enough. Blood Curdle is just too good of a card to pass up on. Though I would be willing to do it for something a little bit worse. Now there's a Jubilant Skybonder. Pretty, reasonable card. I think we'll just take Boot Nipper, though. It's a nice 2-drop. Works well with a lot of our stuff. Though I think maybe we just take Capture Sphere. We do already have a few 2-drops. We don't really need to prioritize them as much, and Capture Sphere is a fine removal spell. Yeah, I like Capture Sphere. Also works well with Cunning Nightbonder, all the Flash shenanigans we have. Boot Nipper would be a good backup plan, though. Yeah. Whisper Squad, we maybe could have... In a different archetypes, we could have gotten Whisper... if we didn't care about Nightbonder and we were a red-black deck, we saw a Whisper Squad at the end of pack 1 that we could have gone for. Capture Sphere is pretty good, though, so we're not going to try to commit to Whisper Spheres in this deck, but in other decks it can be fine. I think Capture Sphere is a nice pickup here. And now another Neutralize. We actually have a pretty good, pass with mana up, go, draw go deck here. A lot of Flash threats, a lot of Flash answers. Of One Mind is actually pretty solid in our deck because we have a good mix of humans and non-humans. But I think Neutralize is just going to be better. It's another counterspell that can cycle, so what more could you ask for? We'll take it over Of One Mind. Dark Bargain actually is probably a fine card in this deck too, because we can cast it at instant speed to get card advantage, dig for our Dirge Bat and stuff. I don't think Colossification is very good anymore. I think it's a fine card, but it's not a high priority. Now we get a Blood Curdle. Oh man, this is actually an insane pack. I wouldn't mind getting a second Cunning Nightbonder. It actually would be pretty good for us. Would it come back with 3 cards in the pack? The last 3 cards in the pack are going to be Cat, Aegis Turtle, and Unexpected Fangs. I don't think Nightbonder is going to pass all the way to then, but It's kind of a bummer not to get this because nobody else wants it, but Blood Curdle is just too good. I'm really happy to see this Blood Curdle as well. And now we'll just take... I don't think we want the Bushmeat Poacher. We're not going to be going like go wide shenanigans type deal. So I think we can just take the Evolving Wilds. We don't really want Bastion either because we're not really a token sacrifice deck. So we'll take a Wilds to make sure our mana is pretty consistent. And now there's an Insatiable Hemophage. So it's never going to be bad. 4 mana, 3/3 Death Touch. I'm considering taking it just because we have Blitz Leech and currently no other ways to mutate onto it. And this can be a really nice way to enable another a Dirge Bat, not Blitz Leech, another Dirge Bat trigger relatively easily. I think we're going to take the Hemophage over the Thieving Otter, even though I do like Thieving Otter a great deal. And now another Essence Scatter, the perfect pickup for this deck. It's really good here. See you later, Rumble Bunnies. And a Cavern Whisperer over Boot Nipper. That's a close pick, but we have a decent amount of early game. And Cavern Whisperer, again, triggers the Blitz Leech. Boot Nipper would be a close pick, though. And we got the Dismal Backwater. Since we are playing only 2 colors, Backwater is going to be better than Wilds because the extra life can matter. And now a Corpse Churn, though probably not going to take that. Or play it, I mean. Of One Mind came back. That's nice. We have some humans and non-humans mixed in there. Boom! Cunning Nightbonder wheeled. I forgot there was going to be 4 cards left in the pack. I was right about the Turtle and the Garrison Cat, though. But Nightbonder coming back is huge for us. That's a fantastic pickup. And now another Anticipate, maybe. What is this? Spells with Flash you cast cost 1 less to cast. Maybe we just take Unlikely Aid. We already have an Anticipate, so Unlikely Aid's probably better. Turtle actually is a fine mutate target for my deck. So maybe I'll pick one up in pack 3. I mean, I don't need defense as badly as you think, because we do have like quite a few like cheap plays. We have 2 Essences, 2 Cunnings, Polywog. Cunning's actually great in our deck because we can hold up Scatter and Cunning Nightbonder and play Nightbonder if we don't have anything to scatter. I think Shimmer is probably going to be a fine card in the deck. Wow, Thieving Otter came back. That's a gift. This is a great thing to mutate onto. You're telling me we spent a year securing the Sanctuary against Sarasaurs, Rambeasts, and Nightfangs, and we were robbed by what? That's hilarious. That's actually amazing. If draft was 2 packs, we would be set, because this is actually a pretty playable deck just in 2 packs. So Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt. Unfortunately, not really what we're looking for here. There is a Capture Sphere. There is a Avian Oddity, which I don't love. It only really combos with the Otter. A lot of our stuff already has flying. There's a Farfinder. I think it's between Farfinder and Capture Sphere, but because we already have 2 Capture Spheres, 2 Blood Curdles, and we do really want to make sure that we can like hit our mana and stuff, I think we're going to take the Farfinder. We just need targets to mutate onto, and we don't have an insanely good amount of those. And we do have some good mutate creatures, so currently we have Otter and Symbiote as good mutate targets. I think Avian Oddity is probably a 3rd place just because of the Thieving Otter. Don't really want the Titan's Nest. We'll just take a Deadweight for early interaction. Call of the Death Dweller is interesting too. Without any 1-drops, it gets a lot worse. But returning a 3-drop, do we have any good 3-drops to return? I don't think it's going to be worth it as a pick. Convert a mana cost 3 or less. Yeah, we don't really have enough good 3-drops to return, so I don't think it's going to be, even though giving Otter, Death Touch, and Menace is nice, we don't have enough to be worth it to take over something like as good as a Deadweight. We're not splashing, so we're not going to take that. I think we just take... Honestly, Frostlinks is probably fine. We don't really want it, though. It's not really on plan. I guess we'll take the Of One Mind. We might have enough humans and non-humans to make it really good. It's like a mid-game draw spell. Like we have 2 Cunning Nightbonders. And then like quite a few non-humans. Archipelago is amazing. Another great Mutator. Shimmerer I'm actually going to play, I think, because I think this is a fine deck for it. We have a lot of Mutate, and we have 2 Nightbonders to make it cheaper. But Archipelago is a gift. This card's always fantastic, so always happy to see that. If this weren't in the pack, we'd probably just take the Unexpected Fangs, but probably not play it. And then Convolute. I mean, we're not really a Bushmeat Poacher deck. We have so many playables. It's actually kind of nuts how many playables we have. We're going to have a really streamlined deck. We can cut the Unlikely Aid. We can cut the Anticipate. We can probably cut Suffocating Fumes. We can cut Crustacean. This is our deck right now. These 23. Wow, Dreamtail Heron. We have 2 Blood Curdles, 2 Deadweights, 2 Capture Spheres, a lot of counters. We don't really need more removal, but another Mutate trigger for our Dirgebat is always going to be great. And now that we have a decent number of Mutates, we might even be able to cut the Hemophage. I wouldn't mind 1 Facet Reader in this deck. We're going to be holding up mana a lot. Another Thieving Otter. I think we'll take that over Skybonder and Of One Mind. Deadeye could be fine, but we don't really have the small creatures you want with Deadeye. Like, Deadeye is fine with, like, Flash and stuff, but we don't have, like, a bunch of 1/1s that we can, like, Suicide in to get value from this. We just have kill spells and then relatively big creatures. Of One Mind is pretty solid. We already have 2 of it. I don't think we have enough humans for it to be, like, an insane card, really. Sure, we'll take this guy, but we're not going to play it. Wow. Boon of the Wishgiver versus Facet Reader. Now that's a close pick. We don't really like tapping out, I don't think. Maybe we don't need the Shimmerer. I think we'll just take the Facet Reader. Because we do have 2 of One Mind, so having humans is quite nice. And we got the Avian Oddity back, which works well with Thieving Otter. Now that we have 2 of them, we'll probably play that. We can put that in the sideboard. Our deck is insane right now. We have like literally every card in our colors. Thought I'd take the Boon. We can probably cut the Shimmerer now. Our deck has just got too many good cards in it. I might cut the Insatiable Hemophage. It's fine as just a card to mutate onto. That can then be triggered with Dirgebat later. I think I'm going to cut it. It's just Boon on a payment plan. Yeah. I think we'll cut the Insatiable Hemophage. This card combos with Thieving Otter, doesn't really combo with anything else, so I think we'll cut the Avian Oddity. With Dirgebat, you wouldn't cut any. I mean, yeah, I do like having mutates, but if I add this back in, and I, like, add Avian Oddity for combos with this, I mean, like, this is 43. I think we definitely want to play 17 lands here. Like, what would we cut? I mean, Of One Mind is going to be great in this deck. We're going to be casting it for 1 mana a decent amount of the time, I think. I think it's going to be a good card, and it's going to be helping me control my opponents in the late game. I could see cutting a Capture Sphere, but Capture Sphere is great with the Cunning Nightbonder plan. Honestly, this deck is so good. I could see cutting like an Evolving Wilds. This is not Dimir, this is Azorius. Too many playables. The downsides of being good at draft. We don't want the Shimmer, I don't think. Neutralize is great. I'm not going to cut Neutralize. We have so many flash stuff. So what doesn't fit with the flash plan? I mean, the Thieving Otter package, I think, is just too good not to play, because Thieving Otter is the perfect card to mutate onto. So how many mutate creatures do we have? We have 1, 2. This is a 6-drop, though. 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mutate creatures. Farfinder's a good mutate target. We have Farfinder, 2 Otters, and a Baby Godzilla, which I have to cut so I can change the artwork again. I think I'm going to cut Avian Oddity. I think that's just like a 3-mana, give a thing flying, draw a card. It's just too clunky. We're not cutting the Night Bonders. They're super sweet in this deck. I really want to try them out. Man, this is so tricky. I might just cut Capture Spheres because we have a lot of removal. Like if I cut both Capture Spheres. Even though they cost 3 mana. So they're like claustrophobias a lot of the time in this deck. Maybe I cut the Facet Reader. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut the Facet Reader, and I'm going to cut an Of One Mind. Yeah. Because now that we only have 2 humans, it's way less likely to have it. We still have 5 2-drops, 2 deadweights for when we're on the draw. So we ended up cutting this Avian Oddity, which makes sense to me. We have a Facet Reader, which is just kind of a clunker. The Of One Mind. Yeah, it's tricky, but it's fun at the same time. A very rewarding experience. I think Facet Reader, Of One Mind, with only 2 humans, Of One Mind being cut makes sense. And we're not going to try and cut non-humans, and then we cut like the Shimmerer and the Oddity. I like this one a lot. So we have 14 blue, 10 black, so this mana makes sense. I like the mana base as well. Make sure we can get double blue early. And double black for this guy. And deadweights and stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for the draft. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to take a brief moment to shout out all of my patrons over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, especially those who support at the credits level. And I do want to say that if you've been enjoying my content and are looking for a way to give back, even $1 a month unlocks some pretty cool rewards and helps me continue making high quality videos on a consistent basis. So for more information, be sure to check it out at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. But without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We're going to keep this hand. Counterspells actually are generally pretty solid on the draw. So like Essence Scatter and Neutralize, both going to be pretty nice. We're biasing slightly towards blue in this deck. I'm not really worried about their early game creatures because I do have a couple removal spells for those. I mean, we did force black. I don't think you're wrong in that statement. Black was not the most open color pack 1. But it's definitely worth it for something as powerful as Bat. And then we got rewarded in pack 2, and then pack 3 we went back to blue. It's actually a strategy you can employ. Because in pack 1, the person to my left isn't seeing any black cards either. So we got 2 Blood Curdles in pack 2. We'll play Otter. I don't mind. They can kill it, sure. Go for it. Blood Curdle's also really good with Otter. Awesome, Maze of Death. And because of the Menace counter, we're in Great shape. Not going to tap Glimmerbell because that would be a nightmare. Just going to keep getting value from this Otter. And now we can just protect it with counters the rest of the game, probably. No! That is sad. But not the end of the world. We're going to hold up Essence Scatter here. Essence Scatter and Night Bonder. We would really love another island here. Not the end of the world, though. There we go. Yikes! Oh my gosh, what do we get rid of here? Probably Essence Scatter. Demir confirmed. That's actually hilarious, JC. Then we're going to draw 2. I guess I shouldn't have played the land before I played the Mutate, because then I couldn't loot away my land and I had to get rid of my Essence Scatter. Thank goodness they conceded. I was in such bad shape there because I had no spells because of my misplay. Didn't get punished though, so we're in the next round. We did make one change. We cut the Insatiable Hemophage for an of 1 mind. This is another great hand. We don't really care about the egg. Like, we could deadweight it, but like, there's no point really. It's gonna be useless against us. Look at this hand shuffling skills. I'm like Brian Kibler here. They're just never going to be able to cast anything onto the egg. I'm just going to hit them for 2, like 10 turns in a row while they slowly get tilted. That's our game plan. I do think that this thing's going to do like 10 damage to them. So I'm fine using a counterspell on that. I also have nothing better to do with my mana. I'll just wait on the of one mind. I don't want to miss on swamp, because if I did draw a swamp, I would kill this thing now. Sure. I'll take one. We're winning the damage race, so we're fine. I do kind of want to hit some lands, so... And most of the cards I care about are creatures anyway. This is going well, I might say. I played those in the wrong order. Slight misplay on the fox there. This is the best blue-black flash deck I've seen. So they have to play like a real threat here. Blitz Leech. Bummer. That actually is a real threat. So my Night Bonder's dead. I had to cast it in response, so I wouldn't have been able to cast it. Yeah, Of One Mind is insane. They'll trade, and then they need to have a removal spell or a couple blockers. Even if they have removal, they're still in bad shape because they're at 2. Got the job done, Cunning Night Bonder. Can't even rebuy the coil bug. Boom. I thought it would be slightly more valuable for that they didn't know what I had in my hand. That was my thought process. But yeah, because thinning is very marginal value. But yeah, that's going to do it for that round. I'll see you in the next one, folks. Oh, and welcome again. We made one more change to the deck. We added the Facet Reader for a Swamp. We're going to keep this hand. Even on the draw, it's not particularly great, but it's not a horrible hand. And sometimes you have to keep this type of hand and hope for the best. And that's a good draw. Yep, we'll take that thing out. Things aren't really getting much better for deadweight. Ooh. So these 2 lands in a row were kind of bad for us, but we have like really good draws. Like if we draw a blood, what's it called? I can't believe I forget the name of this 4-mana deal for. 4-mana kill spell. Well, drawing a land every turn has been kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. We drew a deadweight, I guess. Blood Curdle, there we go. They are ramping to something. Good thing we have 2 Blood Curdles and 2 Capture Spheres and a couple of counter spells to help with that. Hopefully we can get one of their payoffs. Menace is big gain there. That was a huge draw. Nice. Where is that bat? Also, where are that land? I hope they don't have like a Titanoth Rex, because I currently can't do anything about that. They are ramping up a storm. So they'll have to use their Fertilid to get 2 more lands. The land is striking back for cutting 1. Yep. They have ramped a lot. They didn't realize that this makes green mana, so they didn't think to do it again. Okay, we're finally hitting some spells. Okay. Beautiful. We're fine trading this. We can keep this guy safe. Ramp the Gathering. They're gonna wish they had cast that on their turn before I drew that Neutralize, and when I was tapped out. That's why you kill stuff before it's their turn. That is exactly what our deck is trying to do. Draw infinite lands and get there by the skin of its teeth. See you in the next round. Round 4. We're playing against a companion deck. Let's see how that goes. Free creature. La da da dee, la da da doo. We'll get rid of the Cavern Whisperer, I think. Presumably just neutralizing Gigantha this turn. Sure. I don't want to waste my mana here. If they play Gigantha, I'll Capture Sphere it. Hopefully they try to play around counter magic by doing nothing. Yay! Sure. Oh, that's a real bummer. Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah, this was a rough one. We didn't have anything, we didn't have the right mix of stuff in the early game to take this one down. Yep. Yikes. Ugh. Oh well. Oh well. Welcome to round 4. I think we're 2-1 now. I have another good hand. It is all good indeed, JC Galvanil. Okay. In all likelihood, we will use Facet Reader and then play Nightbonder. We're 3-1. Dang. Sure. We have a dead weight for that. There's a non-zero chance we want to get rid of the Nightbonder, so we were going to be careful there. I'm glad we have the of one mines in the deck to make sure we can catch back up on cards. The Cunning Nightbonder is actually super important to the deck. They apply pressure while our essence scatters and neutralizes, keep them at bay. Whoa, they're cycling that. They need lands, I guess. And then we can have a Blitz Leech flash in at some point here. We certainly do not care about that. Dirgebat, yeah, would definitely be good here. We'll end the turn. The 3 dots mean it has a lot of text. We do not want to have to deal with that. I think we're going to get rid of the Cavern Whisperer. Oh, man. Farfinder was a good draw. We can loot away this island now. And we can cast Of One Mind for 1 mana. Oh, heck yes. That was about as good as it could have been. There we go. Now we're in great shape. We have all the lands we're going to need for the whole game. So Facet Reader's finally great. Sure. Oh, that was beautiful. Neutralize to protect our guy. Sign me up. I mean, we did have the Blood Curdle to kill this guy, too. Sure. Would you believe I 100% forgot that this thing had reach? Because we're trying to, we can't play both spells, because this costs 4, and doesn't get cheapened. Because they had a 4/4, and I had a 3/3, so it looked like a great block. They didn't know I had this card. Yeah, I flashed this in. I totally forgot this thing had reach, by the way. I think they're dead on board here. 1, 3, 5, 8, 13. Facet Reader doesn't dirty his hands by attacking. I don't think I had a second counterspell, did I? I didn't. I just drew that Essence Scatter. Yeah, we got the win. Hooray! Welcome to round... What round is it? It's a good round. I think we're going to keep this hand, even on the draw. Definitely a plus. This hand is not the worst, but it's not the best either. We have a lot of 2-drops, so I'm hoping to draw one of those. We generally need like 5 lands to function fully. Oh, Essence Scatter. Yes! That is exactly what... We have like so many good draws into this Umori, like that I just think anything with like functional is great. Like if they play Umori here and we just counter it. Sure, I don't care. This guy is still like relatively small, so... They'll get their Amori down and probably another 2-drop. Ah! We can get 3/6. We can make them discard 2. Then this thing's just going to be tapping our guy, so then we'll be taking 6 this turn. Okay, so if we do this, they will have to spend a mana to do this. Do I want them to discard? I think so. They only have creatures. And then we'll just tap down their entire team, so this is way better. It's not getting to block anyway. Hey, Paladin, bye! Awesome. Which deck were you playing? Maybe I remember it. I probably remember it. So we get a metric ton of value. We get to tap all their creatures. Then we'll keep this guy tapped forever. They discard, we draw. They'll tap this guy down. We don't care, there's just all the breathing room we needed. And we get to draw a card. And we'll get this guy down, so now we have all our lands in place. We can draw for 1 mana. They can get their Mori down, but we have a lot of stuff to do. Why don't they want to cast a Mori? Keep that guy tapped. Oh, I messed up. Oh no. I could have played Deadweight. I don't really want to Deadweight anything though. No attacks. We just have to survive one more turn. Sure. They still can't attack into me, which is good. Blitz Leech is a high priority for a Mori decks. Nobody expects the Cunning Nightbonder. Scorpion's not a problem. We'll go to 3. They have no reach. They're all creatures. I should have attacked there, maybe. Oh, you play Gigantha? Yeah. Was I playing this deck? Because I think you dismantled me. Like, it wasn't even remotely close. Should have attacked last turn. Would have been way better. Yeah, it's slightly weird, but Death Touch means it can attack past my 7/7, so that's probably why they did it. I mean, it's not like the weirdest thing. It makes a lot of sense. I probably would have done it too. That could be a problem. Oh dear, that could be a big problem. We can get back Necropanther. That works out well for me. I'll double block. I go to 3. Did I mess this up? Mutate, bring back lifelink guy, get lifelink guy. Oh wait. Oh shoot, I totally messed that up. What am I doing? That was horrible. They can't get back the Menace guy, it's too expensive. I think I messed this one up in a major way. Bummer. I have another mutate creature in my deck, I think. Yeah. Good job, opponent. That was a smart play. I don't know why I made this so hard on myself. I'm also not sure why they didn't attack with this guy. Oh yeah, we're totally dead. Unless we draw our bat, in which case we win. So glory be to the bat, I guess. Whew. Oh man, that was rough. That was rough. Close game though. Close game. Grim Dancer sealed the deal. If we'd drawn our bat, we would have tapped everything, killed the guy, won the game. Do we have any other outs? Kind of committed everything to that one creature. If we'd attacked with it a turn sooner, I still think we would have died. Oh well, see you folks in the next round. Welcome to round 7. We'll keep this hand. This is a problem. Well, not really. We have Capture Sphere and Blood Curdle. I will counter that. And then we'll get our Otter into play. Drawing a couple lands here was nice. Otter plus Blood Curdle's a nice combo. We kind of need some early card draw in this deck or we run out of gas. Yeah, this game's over. Feels over, at least. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't kill this right now, but I'll be able to kill it. Wow, that was a really good draw. Jeez. What a rip. I think I'm going to cut Facet Reader for a land again. I think I just need to make sure I hit my early land drops, and Facet Reader kind of puts me down a card early on, and I don't really need the looting all that badly. MPL draw. Sure. I didn't want to give him the opportunity to make any 1/1s. Boom. Opponent has seen enough. We're 5-2, heading towards 7-2. See you in the next round. To a hand where we unfortunately have to mulligan, but it is kind of close. We have some really good cards. This is much better. We'll get rid of Capture Sphere, I think. Or maybe the Night Bonder. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Night Bonder. Even though it does slow our hand down, it's just kind of the weakest one. And we want to try to mutate this onto a Otter. That's probably our best case scenario here. Sure. Well, part 1. Part 2 of our master plan. Let's go. Boom. Let's get going. Facet Reader is looking better than a basic land here. Audio check. Audio check. Audio still doing well. No! They did 2 for 1 themselves though, so that's all we needed. That was literally the best case scenario, Polyxerex. Absolute ace in the hole case scenario. We'll flash in Night Bonder to block Perimeter Sergeant. This can go face, so I'm at a lower life total than I might seem. This card's useless right now. I don't know why I played the land. I thought I was considering doing this, but my indecision is going to cost me in the long run here. Sure. I should have looted. Okay. Gotta keep the humans off the battlefield now. That's the new mission. Cat can become a human. I'm at a virtual 7 because this can be sacked twice. They're going face. They have this as a functional card. Oh yeah, that was perfect. That's what we needed exactly. Like, this is our best card right now. Counter spells. Keep their guys off the board. Stay away from me! Opponent's flooding hard. I mean, we also have 8 lands in play. Like, we have more lands in play than them. They look like they're flooding harder than they are because they played a couple of cards that do literal nothing. Like, they have less cards in their deck than I do because they've like drawn through with stuff and played a couple of Evolving Wilds. Cavern Whisperer can go the distance. Oh, I'm one short. Boom. Got there. I was going to cycle the neutralize to let them know I had it. We are 1 win away from max wins with our scrappy little deck. Let's see if we can get it done. So, we changed things up going into the final round. We cut the Facet Reader for Adaptive Shimmerer. Should have played the Hemophage, for sure. Would have been better. But, you know. As Voxel pointed out, it's way better than Shimmerer. Why no Convolute? Because we already have 4 counter spells. We're playing against Gigantha. This is the 3rd time we've played Gigantha in this draft. If we win this, we get into Diamond 1. Huge stakes here on the line. Yeah, 3/3 Death Touch is definitely relevant. I will agree. It would definitely have been better than Shimmerer. And 3/3 Death Touch is definitely relevant. And the life gain can be nice. There's the Shimmerer. Let's see how he does. We're not going to block. Yeah, watch it be the only card that could win us the game. Opponent is mana screwed, which is good for us. Bad for them. Yeah, with the Knife Bonders 3/3 for 3. I mean, we do have a lot of mutators. I don't think this card's like horrible in our deck. Which is probably worse than the adaptive card. We're going to take another hit for 3. Play our Shimmerer. And then have Capture Sphere plus Neutralize up. I think we might block like that. I would love to see the bat in action. Oh my gosh. No! The horror. We should have just flashed in the Shimmerer to trade with that the previous turn. I was being very greedy not doing that. But to be honest, we were probably going to get wrecked by that combo at some point, because there was no way we could hold up everything forever. Yeah, that was a hard one. I should have just traded with the 3/1. Interesting fact, the Facet Reader would have been much better than the Shimmerwing there was. I just wanted another non-human because it felt like I kept on like not having stuff to mutate onto. Because I had like a lot of my cards were mutate creatures, and that seemed like a good one. I wonder how the change ended up working out. Because the Facet Reader could have traded with the 3/1. Well, that is going to do it for this draft video. The Adaptive Shimmerer was really close with the Facet Reader. This was the deck we ended up using for most of the time. Yeah, the Hemiphage probably should have been in the deck the whole time as well, instead of the Facet Reader like that, probably. But I think the Facet Reader was more correct than the 5 mana 3/3. I just wanted to try it out. But anyway, that was a really close one. We lost, I think, to Gigantha twice, and we lost to that crazy, like, match where we attacked with our 7/7. If we held it back, we might have won. But it was definitely a crazy run. Really fun deck, really tight games, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did make it all the way to the end, in the comment section down below, leave a hashtag Nightbonder, because Nightbonder actually did some work in that draft. I do hope you enjoyed it, though. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you would have done differently, and if you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you next time.